Hello and welcome back to another Thrive Apprentice tutorial. In this one, we're gonna quickly talk about the verification QR code element. As you know, Thrive Apprentice lets you decide whether you want to issue certificates to your students or not when they finish one of your courses. In this certificate, you can add a QR code element for verification. When the code is scanned by an admin, they will be taken to a course verification page with a report that lets them know if the certificate is valid or not. The QR code will look like this and will have some options in the left sidebar, as you can see here. Now, before going through these options, I'm going to go back to the Thrive Apprentice dashboard and access my general settings. From the left sidebar of the Thrive Apprentice dashboard, I'm going to go to settings and we have the enable certificate verification option here. Now, if this is disabled, the QR code will not show on the certificate. So right now, if I go back to my course and preview my course completion certificate, as you can see, the QR code is hidden from this corner, even though in the Thrive Architect editor we were able to see it. Now, this is because the certificate verification option was disabled from the general settings, and thus the admin will not be able to see the QR code and verify the certificate. Let's go ahead and enable that option. So again, going back to settings and enable the certificate verification option, this will create a certificate verification page where the admin will be taken when they scan that QR code. And this page will let them know whether the certificate is valid or not, as we're gonna see a bit later in this tutorial. However, as we've enabled this option, we can now go back to our course completion tab from our course, and now if we preview the certificate, we can see that the QR code has appeared right here. Alright, so now that our code is visible, we can go ahead and see what options we have to customize it. First of all, if you preview your certificate, you are able to quickly edit it with Thrive Architect from the top side right here from this WordPress bar. However, editing the certificate is also possible from this section from the course completion tab, simply by clicking on edit with Thrive Architect right next to the preview option. So we're going to go ahead and open the Thrive Architect editor. Once the editor opens, you will have full control over customizing the certificate. Of course, you can add or remove elements and edit any visual aspect of this certificate. Now, this QR code has been added automatically on my certificate as we have enabled our option from the general settings, but let's go ahead and remove it and add it from scratch to see how we can do that. I've just removed the element as I would delete any other Thrive Architect element. And now to add it, of course, all you have to do is click on the plus sign from the right sidebar and you're going to see the element right here in the list of available elements. Using the drag and drop method, add it wherever you wish. As the element has been added, we're going to see that this is in fact going to be an image element with a dynamic source already selected. However, from the main options, we're going to have two sliders from where we can either edit the size, and we can do that by dragging this slider from side to side or by manually adding a numerical value in the field next to the slider. And we can also modify the height of the element using the next slider. You can reset the element to the default size using this option, and you can even choose a style for the element if you want. However, I do advise you to be careful here and try to keep the element as simple as possible so that it will be easily scanned. And then another option you have is to add caption text. If you enable this option, a field will appear from where you can add a caption right below the element. And then besides the main options section, you have a few other sections of options that can be used to further customize this element. So once you've edited it, you can simply save your work using this green button right here. And now whenever an admin will scan this QR code, they will be taken to the verification page set up from your general settings, and they will know if the certificate is valid or not. I really hope this tutorial was useful to you. And remember that you can find more tutorials on both our knowledge base as well as our YouTube channels.